Nonprofit organizations in Saudi Arabia, an overview. The purpose of nonprofit organizations is clear from the name, and they are engaged in activities not directly aimed at making a profit. Nonprofit organizations in Saudi Arabia are most often engaged in educational and outreach activities, scientific work, and charitable projects. The main research questions for today are: what are the roles and functions of nonprofit organizations in Saudi Arabia? Which problems in communication with the community in the nonprofit sector in Saudi Arabia should be solved? What role does charity play in Saudi Arabia's nonprofit sector? What financial problems do nonprofit organizations face? What type of challenges facing nonprofit organizations in Saudi Arabia? What are the expectations of nonprofit organizations from the community and the authorities? How can nonprofit organizations achieve sustainability in the long run? The relevance of research. A modern mixed economy is a holistic mechanism based on the optimal combination of material, spiritual, and social values, and market and non-market management methods. Nonprofit organizations, NPOs, are an alternative approach to addressing the collective needs of specific groups in the community and represent many types of organizations. The non-commercial sector, designed to implement social, cultural, educational, and charitable goals, plays a significant role in the economy of any country. Nonprofit organizations have taken a major interest in Saudi Arabia in the last few years, which has led to the establishment of the National Center of Nonprofit Sector in Saudi Arabia to support and govern that type of organization in the kingdom. However, from personal experience and observations, many NPOs in Saudi Arabia are facing challenges in performing well, and some of them had to shut down. More research may be needed on this topic to explore all aspects of the impact of nonprofit organizations on Saudi Arabian civil society as well as on the relationship between the commercial and non-commercial sectors. Role and functions of nonprofit organizations. The main subject of the nonprofit sector is nonprofit organizations. The economy of the nonprofit sector is, in fact, a mixed economy, though they still have to maintain productive relations with multiple stakeholders, including government and business. The essence of the nonprofit sector is that its activities aim to achieve public benefit and meet socially significant and public needs. If the organization is not for profit, this does not, however, exclude that it needs the right organization of directors to obtain multiple perspectives, situations, events, or processes at a point in time or over some time. It is worth clarifying the main economic, social, and institutional functions. Charity as a type of nonprofit organization. Charitable organizations are one type of nonprofit organization but differ in several features. For example, Oxfam is an international association with 21 different organizations active on all continents. However, thousands of much smaller charities are run entirely by volunteers. Not surprisingly, the majority of Oxfam entities are limited companies. Problems in communication with the community. Most nonprofit organizations are created to solve specific social problems. In addition, as a rule, people whose personal and professional interests are directly related to solving the problem go to work in social activities. For proper legal supervision of the activities of nonprofit organizations, the National Center for the Nonprofit Sector was established. It has a legal personality and independence and is directly linked to the Prime Minister. The center's purpose is to organize, revitalize, and expand the role of nonprofit sector organizations in developing regions, and work to unite the efforts of governments to provide licensed services to these organizations. Challenges facing nonprofit organizations in Saudi Arabia. There are several reasons why this question is important in this topic. Very few companies of this type have enough funds to implement their programs. Many nonprofit organizations cease to exist due to a lack of material support, formally continuing to be listed in the register of the Ministry of Justice. NPO resource centers play an important role in supporting registered and unregistered associations of citizens. Among the possible barriers for NPOs to enter the market of social services, the following are distinguished: personnel problems, lack of staff, infrastructure problems, inconsistent policy of the authorities, and possible emotional difficulties for NPO staff. The expectations of nonprofit organizations from the community and authorities. This question will help to find out what nonprofit organizations lack for systematic development and eliminate these factors. Barriers to the development of NPOs in Saudi Arabia are the weak involvement of the state in helping nonprofit organizations, for example, in disseminating information about social services provided by NPOs, underdeveloped legislation relating to nonprofit organizations, lack of resources for NPOs to implement their programs, and difficulties in finding funding. There are not enough proposals from the state or the commercial sector due to the non-profitability of nonprofit organizations. The state is expected to provide financial support for such organizations, as well as help people find nonprofit companies that would satisfy their needs. Ways for nonprofits to achieve long-term sustainability. This question will help people to understand the main advantages of nonprofit organizations that can assist them achieve sustainable work. One of the most important advantages of nonprofit organizations is the flexibility of socially oriented activities, which consists of the awareness of employees and management of the company about the social needs of the population. This could potentially help achieve long-term stability for such organizations. It includes the ability to quickly respond to changing demand for social services and the ability to offer a convenient mechanism for their provision.